It's yours. It's always yours.
Live, up close, and unplugged. 95 WIIL Rock's national award-winning Studioeast, where rock bands get intimate and strip it down acoustically. You can stream live video of WIIL Rock Studioeast performances at 95willrock.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Army, GoArmy.com, and Kraut Music Fest in Franksville, June 8th through the 10th. Now, let's go live to the 95 WIIL Rock Studioeast.
What's going on? I am Stino, and let's give a big warm welcome to Pop Evil. Woo! What's going on, guys? How are ya?
It's good to be back in town.
Hell yeah, we are very happy to have you here. Thanks for making time in your day to come out and do this for us.
Our pleasure.
So let's get down to business here.
Sure, let's do it.
So Pop Evil, you guys have been in the rock and roll game for like 15 years now, right?
It's our 10-year anniversary, actually.
Oh, at 10 years, okay.
Since the record deal, but 10 years, so you're close.
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
Doing
Close.
covers and chasing it. So.
Awesome. So, like, you know, being a part of it from the start, what has that ride been like for you?
Sucked. No, it's been good, man. A lot of ups and downs and a lot of great faces. It's great to see everyone here and just to be where we're at, you know, both on and off the stage, where we're at, like, inside and where our heart's at. We're in the right places and we're trying to do what's best, not only for the band, but just do our part for rock and roll, man. I mean, it's a scary time that kids are growing up thinking that learning how to play music is on their Apple laptops.
Yeah, that's
So,
seriously.
you know, when Best Buy stopped selling CDs and, you know, Gibson is going out of business. I mean, it's a scary time. Let's be real. You know, I always thought, you know, my kids would grow up and go get a CD in a store. I mean, those days might be long gone. So it's different, man, and there's different opportunities, but we're trying to just do our part to, you know, remind people that rock and roll is fun. It's not something, you know, contagious. It's not some crazy disease, and we're trying to just be one of those bands that are fighting the fight.
Awesome. So you guys have always been an exceptional band live. And, you know, many fans would look to 2013's Onyx and then 2015's Up. And you continued that upward climb. So why did you wait until your fifth album to self-title it?
There's nothing else to call the album, so we were like, no, it's a different, like I said, man, it's a different time. I mean, I think that the reality in this day and age is that you're one album, one song away from going home. So it's that real. It's that real. You know, it's like if you want to make it, how about we just call the album, self-title it, call it Pop Evil, and just let people really get into what the true identity about our band is. It's the yin and yang of pop, alternative, and metal music. I mean, that's it. We play live instruments. That's it. I didn't think that it was a genre that needed to have rules and explanations. You either like it or you don't. And we're okay with that for the first time in our career. Like, we're making music for the people that want to listen. If you don't, then there's plenty of other music you can listen to.
I love that answer.
Whatever.
Hell yeah. So you guys want to play a song for us?
We do.
I would love to hear it.
We're going to play the song that kind of started this whole record, you know, and kind of changed the whole mindset of us collectively as a team, that if you really want something in life, you got to do it yourself. You got to hold yourself accountable. And, you know, Waking Lions was that song that was like, look, you know, if you really want to be better, you just got to start within yourself. So this is Waking Lions Acoustic right
Hell
here.
yeah.
WIIL Rock. Tell me there's a better way. I'm not afraid. I'm not gonna hide from the vultures above, serpents below. They wanna lay me to rest, but I won't go. Is it better to die than live another day? I'm not afraid. I'm not gonna run from the scars held within, burning the skin. They wanna lay me to rest, but I won't go. I won't go. I'll stand up 100 feet tall, 'cause fear will never lead my way. I'm ready to run 100 miles strong. I will never be the same. Waking the lions in me. waking the lions in me. Beneath the air shall die until I rise again. I'm not afraid, I'm not gonna stop till I break down this cage, escape from these chains. You'll never silence my voice, no, I won't go. I won't go. I won't stand up 100 feet tall, 'cause fear will never lead my way. I'm ready to run 100 miles strong. I will never be the same. Waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me. Waking the lions in me. For way too long, when I slept inside the dark, but now I rise when it's time to make a mark. Waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me. Waking the lions in me. I won't stand up 100 feet tall, 'cause fear will never lead my way. I'm ready to run 100 miles strong. I will never be the same. Waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me. Waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me. Waking the lions in me. I'm waking the lions in me.
Yeah. Pop Evil here in Studio East, all thanks to the U.S. Army and Kraut Music Fest. So you guys have done a solid job of diversifying yourselves. And speaking of which, you guys are currently on tour. You're doing a headlining tour.
Right.
But you're also hitting the road with Poison and Cheap Trick.
How awesome is that?
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to ask. Like, how do you feel about playing in front of different crowds, you know? Like with the Poison and Cheap Trick fans, obviously different crowd.
It's a great question. It's not about what we think. It's about survival. Again, like, this is no joke. Like, it's about being creative and creating more opportunities to be seen by different people, okay? Like, rock and roll is not for fun for us. This is a lifestyle. This is our 10-year anniversary. We've been in and out of here. We've been in and out of the city. We are Midwest born and raised. And the one thing that got us through was our rock music. It's period, plain and simple. So the reality is we have to take that passion that we have now, this conviction that we have, and bring it on stage to give you guys that belief that we believe in what we're doing. I mean, I think that's the thing rockers have missed as you look at things that have happened, right? We had different look, different imagery, and we were different on and off the stage. You look at other genres without naming them. They were real, they were honest, they were signing autographs, tell tune. They weren't too cool enough to be there. We were on some stage like we're better than anybody. We pay our taxes, we are Americans, right? Except for our beautiful angel here, she's British, right? She still pays taxes. But
I pay in both countries.
she's paying in both countries. Right? But it's so important that we don't forget those things and we bring it back. I mean, it's a whole different era for bands, right? And you know, I'm getting calls on my phone on the way here, and these new bands trying to break, and they want the advice, and the advice is don't do it unless you're ready to hear no over and over and over again. So the Poison tour, you know, sorry I digress, but like the Poison tour is so. It's so important because, first of all, you know, when Brett calls and he wants to give you an opportunity, and we were booked all through Europe. We had an amazing tour run, and you know, it's not like you get tours through, you know, the U.S. in front of that many people. And the cool thing about the Poison tour is you get a lot of those parents and those older generations that are going to bring their kids, and they're going to, you know, fall in love hopefully with Pop Evil. I mean, to this day, we think about that 2009 tour we did with Judas Priest. If some of you remember that,
Yeah.
well, a lot of the Priest faithful come to this day. So that's the one thing great about rock fans, metal fans, alternative fans, is that they follow you for a career where other genres follow you for a song. So again, we're very humbled and we're very excited about, you know, the new horizon and the different opportunity that, you know, lies ahead with Cheap Trick and Poison.
Of course. Do you guys have like any rituals that you do before you go on stage?
I don't. Do you guys?
Not really. I mean,
so many shows, we just kind of get whatever.
Just get ready to get on
Just
stage.
whatever.
What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you guys on stage before?
Oh man, I think
Oh,
last
I
night.
had it last night.
Last night, right?
Yeah.
Well, Nick had
There
it
was
last night
there was
too, right?
fogger fluid from the venue's foggers malfunctioned, and all of this sticky fluid went all over my drum kit, and my tech tried his best to clear it all off, but it was everywhere. It was all over the floor, so it went over my shoes, it went over my cymbals. When I grabbed my cymbals, I got it all over my hands. The whole show, I was fighting, like sticks flying out of my hands, my feet sort of going everywhere. It was horrible.
But you're
last
missing
night.
the worst thing that ever happened to us last night. It happened to Nick, right? It's his 6-year anniversary in Pop Evil, so make some noise for Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Nick, we brought him up mini cupcakes, and he had to eat 6 of them because it's 6-year anniversary. So I don't know. It was probably the worst experience of your whole life, eating cupcakes and drinking Stella and playing the guitar.
Well, yeah.
Tell him about it.
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to stop playing. He had to
allowed to stop
continue
playing,
playing,
like,
whilst eating the cupcakes.
Was somebody
Yeah.
feeding him
No,
to
it was
him?
fun.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Nick, you are my hero now.
It was a fun challenge. It was
Did you wake up with a bellyache?
a little bit mixing the Stella with the cupcakes. I don't recommend it.
It's
What
a
a
great
great
combo.
combination.
Great
Yeah.
combo. Yeah.
The album artwork is badass.
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank
what
you.
was like the idea behind that? I mean, it's just like a
Yeah.
crazy collage in the
It's just-
lion's mane of.
Again, it's about what makes bands great, right? The differences. This isn't a solo act. It's we're all together and we all have goods and bads about each other. But when you put us together, it's kind of like my favorite cartoon in the 80s, which was Voltron, right? I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah.
that. Just aged myself. But, you know, all the Voltron members were great, but when they come together, we're a lot stronger. And our Voltron is a lion, because what's more BA than a lion, right? So, but it's super cool. The artwork, obviously, I see you got the vinyl there. The label did a great job of putting our vision together and making sure they spared no expense and giving you guys that still believe in like buying hard copies and seeing the artwork. And if you're like me, I love the smell of it. I don't know if you guys can relate. That's when you know you've made it, right? You smell the album, you're like, oh my God, it smells like New York City. It smells great, man. It smells like a label. So, it's cool, man. It's definitely a part that we're trying to be more creative about, letting people be into the Pop Evil brand in more ways than just, our sound.
Of course, awesome. So you guys got another song for
Yeah,
us?
we're going to do a rap song, and we're going to put melody on it. This song's called Colors Bleed, and it was written about a very serious topic, all that stuff that went down in Charlottesville. I'm obviously a minority frontman in a rock and roll world, so I'm definitely taking more chances, more risks on this record. Personally, I know the band is musically as well, to just touch on topics that are more close to us and more about who we are, both on and off the stage. And this song turned out awesome, and just was able to, again, be a release for me. Again, I wrote it right after that, and it just was awesome how the band's just power that they had. And it's cool to hear this thing acoustic. I don't think we've only played it like maybe once, right? So we're going to go for it here today. This song's called Colors Bleed.
Cool. Pop Evil.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Today, by all means, money machine, segregate kings from queens. Institution, constitutions, freedom. Where's the solution? Never mind, never will. Anytime, shoot to kill. We're fueled by hate with no one to love. Still in line, you're about to get shoved. Step aside. Oh, watch the colors bleed. 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 Fight the system, stop and listen. A true colors, how can you miss them? I'm born with knowledge, raise the fist. Face the enemy, just resist or surrender. But the brand remains. Lock us up, can't be contained. We're fueled by hate with no one to love. Stand in line, you're about to get shoved. Step aside and watch the colors bleed. Step aside. live the light. Oh, watch the colors bleed, step aside. Oh, watch the colors bleed.
Pop Evil in Studio East, all thanks to the U.S. Army and Kraut Music Fest. Question, what is your favorite song to perform live on stage out of all your songs?
Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. No, I don't. The new ones, right?
Yeah, of course,
A
the new
lot of the new
ones.
ones. We're excited about, just we had a great time making this record and just coming together both as brothers and sisters on this record, that we're just kind of excited for this next chapter for the band and with this lineup and getting everyone to that and just having more fun with the fans. Like, I think you look at the past two records, Onyx, I'd lost my dad, and if anyone's lost a loved one, you know just how hard that is. So, I mean, it sounds selfish, but I don't think I realized at the time, but that album was for me, just kind of dealing with like the darkness that was in my life. And then that fast forward then to the last record, which was Up. I was so tired of the black, I was so tired of the darkness, I wanted more light. So songs like Footsteps, Ways to Get High, Take It All were written. And again, that was just me overcoming those issues. And I think that as we sat down, prepared to write this album, we were enough selfishness. It was like, wow, like our fans are listening. Like for the longest time, you don't realize, like we live in a jail cell that is called a tour bus, and there's barely any windows. Like you don't really see anything besides venues and dirty bathrooms. Well, no, you see speedways every now and then. You'll see like a speedway. But other than that, it's very daunting. So it was important for us to kind of get back and remember that, we're making a musical difference in people's lives, and we want to give them songs that can be more relatable to life, right? The yin and yang. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we want to kiss our babies, sometimes we want to fight with our neighbor. Like it's life, man. Like we're not one way all the time, and that's not how we are. So we wanted to give those peaks and valleys, and we tried to do that on this record and make sure every song does not sound the same. That's just where the business is now, and we don't want an album that sounds. If you can label what we sound like, then we failed. So that's not what we want to do. We want to keep growing.
You guys definitely have a different sound, to all of your albums and whatnot, which I love. I was listening to
the one thing, sorry to interrupt, is hopefully melody and sing-along vocals where you guys can be involved with us. We want fans to come to our show and be involved, not sit there and watch us kind of jam out, So
I completely
sorry to
agree.
interrupt you.
No, don't worry about it. I was listening to your album today, and I chose a song. We do this little segment at 420 called the 420 Hit of the Day, and we have we basically play a song, and if the fans like it, they'll puff it, and if they don't like it, they'll pass it. So I chose Ex Machina. Is that how I say it, or Machina? That's going to be the song for the 420 Hit of the Day today.
That's one of our favorites.
Yeah,
sure.
I that was after I listened to the album. Obviously, I love Waking Lions, but that's the song that I chose.
The breakdown, the band in there, I don't have to sing. It's just powerful. It's my favorite where I don't got to sing in it.
Yeah, I really, really dug it. So I'm sure everybody's going to puff on it today.
It's a song called Ex Machina, and the hook is, oh gosh, I can't remember it now on the top of my head. I have all these lyrics in my head. But the song basically about, like, I know you guys can relate, like, no matter where you are, those people that bring their cell phones to the bathroom, to the gym. It doesn't matter where they are. And it seems like, what were we going to do without this? What, in the next generation, what are we going to do without phones, and what are our kids going to do without their iPads, right? So it was kind of a little play on that, and just reminding us to just, again, in the bridge of the song, to get back to the music. So really cool. So if you haven't listened to it, there's my selfless plug.
Yeah, and you'll get to hear it today
track
for
number 3,
F420.
Pop People Self-Titled. I think it's track 3. Watch it, I'm gonna get roasted on it.
Well, I loved it.
Track 4. It's track 4.
Well, it's on there, and they should get the whole album regardless, right?
Yes, totally. Or stream it, right? Or you stream it. I mean, I think that's the new thing, right? So everyone stream it.
Go out and buy the actual copy, right?
Yes, just go. Yes, do all
you need to plug that.
Exactly. Right. Come to the show and buy the hard copy.
When's the last time you actually bought a CD? I mean,
Who cares what it sounds like?
did.
It smells good.
Yeah, it smells good.
Yeah, go buy it so you can smell it.
Ours definitely smells good. At least we think it does.
Have you bought a CD recently?
Yeah, I bought ours actually. I went to Best Buy. If you saw our Facebook Live, we did a Facebook post. Like literally, no joke. Superstitious, like you asked pre-game rituals.
Yeah.
I'm superstitious, not so much for the show, but every time a record comes out, I have to buy my own copy because it reminds me of when I used to work at Best Buy. Him and I both did, and we'd always be jealous of the Shinedown and the Papa Roaches, and we'd always be like, "Man!" And those were two of our favorites, so I like to say them because we'd always be like, "Dang, what's Papa Roach doing? What's Shinedown doing?" And now to be able to be on the same level to some degree, it's awesome, and to see those bands still going and kicking butt and still getting bigger and growing, it's inspiring for us bands to follow their lead. And
of course,
because obviously we all know so many bands that have kind of not stood the test of time, so we kind of watch what those bands are doing and just kind of
cutthroat
eat
there.
what they're eating, drink the water or the Mountain Dew they're drinking. But,
it's full of sugar, by the way.
Or the cupcakes that
Yeah.
they're eating.
6 of them. Why not?
All right, well, are you guys ready to play us another song?
This song is called When We Were Young, and it's one of my favorites on the record because it reminds us of when we were all in the sandbox, right? Mom and Dad were working, and we were all in the sandbox together, and we could care less what our skin color was, what gender we were. We just wanted to have fun because we weren't alone, right? So just kind of this was an ode to pay, to respect kind of that moment in our youth before we lost our innocence and we stopped judging people, that we can enjoy each other again. So awesome song, When We Were Young, right here.
Pop Evil is Studioeast.
A prophet, say I'm gonna be a price. Tell me where to build my shelter. Tell me when the war subsides. Bombs gonna feel like blankets. Words gonna drop like flies. Sun's gonna burn when I wake up. The temperature's gonna rise. When I wanna look in your eyes. When no words collide. I believe this life's eternal, but nothing can last forever. Come on, high hopes since we were children. When we were young, yeah. Right now, full speed to nowhere. It's a fine line from war to welfare. If you think I'm gonna come undone, you better run. You got another thing coming. Oh, you got another thing coming. Got another thing coming. Say I'm gonna be your shepherd, but I'm gonna cross the line. Say you're gonna lead me forward, but I'm leaving you behind. Bullets gonna cut like razors, bones gonna chill like ice. I wanna look in your eyes. When no worlds collide, I believe this life's eternal, but nothing can last forever. Come on, high hopes since we were children. When we were young, yeah. Right now, full speed to nowhere. It's a fine line from war to welfare. If you think I'm gonna come undone, you better run. You got another thing coming. Whoa. Thank you.
Give it up for Pop Evil. Thank you
you.
so much for coming out today, guys.
Our pleasure. Thank you for having us. And thank you guys for coming out.
We really, really appreciate it. So you guys got a show tonight at the House of Blues.
House of Blues.
What other bands are you playing with?
Great bands. Black Map and then Pele Royale. So it's a great lineup, diverse group of bands. We're always trying to bring out, again, different bands to show you and our fan base to be creative and be open-minded to new bands and new things that are going on.
Awesome. And it's an all-ages show.
It is. Yes. It's an early show, too.
Yeah.
I think we go on at like 8 or 7:55. So.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure all the listeners know that, so they're there to
Yep.
check out all the bands as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
And it's going to be a great time,
Absolutely.
obviously. Thank you so much again for coming out. We really
Thank you for doing the
appreciate it.
interview. Thank you.
Hell
It's our
yeah,
first
I had
time
a
with
great
you. So
time.
you were amazing.
For sure.
Thank you guys again. Thursday coming out here.
Awesome. Give it up once more for Pop Evil.
WIIL Union Grove. WLE